What's good? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you who my picks are in each of the first 10 picks and exactly why.
Hold up, what's my name? More money, more cash, more money, more.
Who do I think, in my opinion, is going to be, the top 10 picks in this year's draft? Obviously, there's been a lot of controversy. There's been a lot of teams that really are one or two pieces away from getting back into being a contending type of team. For example, the New York Giants, with the roster that they have, they really need one or two pieces, and I think they could get back into playoff contention. And obviously the Browns, with everything they've done in the offseason, getting Tyrod Taylor, getting Jarvis Landry from the Miami Dolphins, they're making a lot of moves, and they do have two top 5 picks. So they're really maybe one or two picks away from being a playoff team. Now, the first team is the Cleveland Browns. They're a team that really hasn't had a consistent quarterback. If you think about it, for, I don't know, as long as the franchise has been around, when was the last time you remembered a big-time, big-name QB from the Browns that stayed there for more than 2, 3, 4, 5 years? I can't think of one. If you guys can, make sure you put that down in the comment section. I think they're going to go ahead and draft Sam Darnold, QB out of USC. Now, he's a big dude. He's 6'5", 237 pounds. He ran a 4.79 in the 40, so he's obviously athletic. He can move around a little bit. But one thing that was kind of a knock on him that people were mentioning was that the fact that he's pretty inconsistent as far as his throwing. I don't know. I mean, USC is known for having really good quarterbacks, or quarterbacks that are NFL caliber players. Matt Leinart is one of them. I was going to say Mark Sanchez, but maybe I shouldn't say Mark Sanchez. When you got guys like Baker Mayfield, really quarterbacks that can really make plays, it's hard to choose who the right person is going to be. But I think if they get Sam Darnold, they get to get a guy that they can work with, a guy that they can see develop and get better and lead them towards the playoffs in the future. Now, number 2, I'm sure a lot of y'all have been excited about this. And with the New York Giants, obviously Odell. Do I even want to say Manning? I don't know. But obviously, Odell having a pretty rough season last year, getting hurt. The team overall, just as a unit, just didn't have a good season. They lost a lot of games. I think the one thing that was missing, obviously there was a lot of controversy and things like that with Eli Manning getting benched and Odell being Odell in the offseason, doing his thing, turning up, blah, 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 blah. I think they need a halfback. I think they need a running back, somebody that can make plays on the ground, to kind of easing up a little bit and soften the passing game for the opposition. So, in my opinion, but I think Saquon Barkley out of Penn State is a perfect pickup and the guy the New York Giants need to draft. One of the reasons, in the 3 seasons he played at Penn State, he had, yards per carry of 5.9, I think 5.5, and then 5.9 again. And these are yards per carry. So in 2 carries, he's getting you a first down. That's the kind of player the Giants need. They just need somebody consistent that can take pressure off the quarterback and kind of relieve some pressure and allow the wide receivers that they have to be great. Obviously, they got Odell, Sterling Shepard, those swag, those guys that dance and have fun and do all that. I think Saquon Barkley could be a great fit right into there. And they do have a decent offensive line. So I'm thinking that with Saquon Barkley, he's going to be able to come in right away, and maybe he won't get 5.9 yards a carry, which is very hard in the NFL, but if he can get 3.5 to 4, come on now, that's a very solid halfback and a type of guy you could use. Anybody could use this guy on their team, but the Giants need him the most, and they have the 2nd pick, so that's exactly who I think they should draft in that 2nd pick. Now, number 3. Oh, this is a 2. Okay, yeah, let's try that again. Number 3, it's the New York Jets. And this is a team, another team, kind of similar situation with the Giants, except it's just been much, much longer. Like, they've been trash for a long, long time. And I think they do need a quarterback. They need somebody to be like, all right, this is the quarterback, this is the guy we're going with, and this is the guy that's going to turn our franchise around. I'm thinking, a lot of people are saying Josh Rosen would be good, quarterback out of UCLA. But I think Baker Mayfield would be a great pickup for the Jets to have in this one. Baker Mayfield, you guys seen the things he did in Oklahoma. He plays with passion, he plays with heart, and he's got swag, man. And this might not be the logic that you should go with. This is just my personal logic. My logic is, if you got swag like that, and you go to the NFL, it doesn't matter if it takes you 1 or 2 years, you're going to find a way to be great. Because if you got swag, you're going to want the world to know you got swag. And the only way the world going to know you have swag is by winning football games in the game of football. And I think that's why the Jets should draft Baker Mayfield at number 3. Number 3. And I did that. That's what I did. I did number 3. But it's really number 3. Or number 3, you know? Now, that goes to number 4. Back to the Cleveland Browns. They did make some great moves in the offseason. And now it's like, all right, what other things do they really need? Like, what pieces do they need to add? What's going to be that thing that gets them over the edge a little bit? I think they're going to get a defensive lineman, man. And I think the best defensive lineman available is Bradley Chubb out of NC State. Now, Bradley Chubb, I think in his, I think he had 2 years or 2 seasons at NC State where he had 10 sacks and 20 tackles for loss. Like, that is really freaking good. Like, that's amazing. If I'm an NFL scout and I want a defensive lineman, I will look at that stat and be like, yo, this guy can get to the quarterback and get tackles for losses. This is the guy I want. And obviously, the Browns do have a decent defensive line. And I think this pick right here would be that piece to set them over the hump and really make them a threat in this coming season. You know, football, the way it goes is like every season is brand new. It starts over fresh. You know, and basketball is different. If the Warriors win a championship this year, they probably gonna come back win it this year too. But in football, it's like the Pacers might win it this year, but next year the freaking Jacksonville Jaguars might come in and win that championship, just like the Eagles did this past year. Nobody saw that coming. So I think Bradley Chubb out of NC State is a great pickup for that defensive line in Cleveland. And I think that'll make them a very, very scary defense. And, you know, defense wins championships. So if I was them, I would get this guy. Now, this goes to the Arizona Cardinals at number 5. Now, this is actually the team I would think Baker Mayfield would probably end up going to. But to be honest, I think Baker Mayfield is going to get picked 3rd. There's been a lot of hype around his name. And so I think Josh Rosen out of UCLA is going to be the guy that ends up going to the Cardinals. Now, you guys know about Carson Palmer. He's 69 years old. And he's been playing in the league a long time. He's had a lot of mileage. And honestly, I think the Cardinals should have drafted a quarterback last year. Maybe Deshaun Watson. Maybe. But I think this year, this is a year they draft a quarterback. And Josh Rosen out of UCLA is a great pickup for him. 69, that's a long time playing the sport. I mean, he's really old. Like, bro, it's about time, man. Hang up the cleats, my dude. Hang up the cleats. This one is by the Buffalo Bills. You know, not the dollar bills. The Bills like the Bison Bills. You know? Here, I think they're going to go. They also are another team that needs a quarterback. They just traded Tyrod Taylor. If Josh Rosen was available in this pick, he'd probably get picked by them. But I think Josh Allen, the QB out of Wyoming, is the guy they're going to end up going with. Now, a quarterback in this draft, a lot of good quarterbacks, a lot of highly rated quarterbacks in this draft. And Josh Allen is not a bad pick. Even though that's like the 3rd quarterback drafted, it's not like it falls off. Talent-wise, he's up there. Skill-wise, he can keep up. And I think Josh Allen will be going to the Buffalo Bills. I mean, they just got rid of their quarterback. What else are they going to do in that position? You know? I mean, what else are they going to do? They're going to have to draft a quarterback for the future. No matter who they sign in the free agency, no matter any of that. They're going to have a young quarterback to kind of work alongside whoever they sign in the offseason. And to really, you know, be that next guy, that next face of the franchise. And that goes to number 7. Oh, that's 9. That goes to number 7. Number 7 is Tampa Bay. Now, this is a team that have a quarterback. They got wide receivers. They just signed their wide receiver to a huge contract. I think the biggest for a wide receiver ever. They have a very solid offense. And I think they need a defensive back. You know, I think their offense is good. It's explosive. I think now they need to work on this, making this defense whole. It's a good defense, but I think they can make the defense a little better, and a defensive back would be a perfect fit for what they need. I think Minkah Fitzpatrick out of Alabama, you can't go wrong with drafting an Alabama guy. He's a versatile kind of defensive back. He can play either safety, corner, slot, so he can play a lot. You can move him around a whole lot. Another pick might be the guy from UCF, But I think they're going to try to play it safe, get a guy from Alabama, because Alabama is a team full of pros. Y'all already know that. And I think that's the guy they're going to go with. So Tampa Bay, I think with that explosive offense, they need a defensive back, guys that can stop other teams' wide receivers. And Minkah Fitzpatrick, I think, is going to be that guy. And then number 8, it is Chicago. Chi-Town. Just kidding. I don't know why I said I actually never been to Chicago. I need to go to Chicago. Chicago would be an amazing place to go in the summertime. I don't like the winter. Too cold. But I think this is a team. They're also another team that's slowly improving, slowly kind of getting themselves together. And I think Quentin Nelson, the guard out of Notre Dame, would not be a bad pick at all. The offensive lines are really what makes the offense move. Who gives the time for the quarterback to throw the ball? Offensive line. Who gives or creates space, or the Red Sea? You know what I'm saying? The Red Sea. Who creates the Red Sea for the halfback to, you know, go through the holes and make big plays? So I think he's going to be the type of smart. You need smart offensive line. You need guys that's going to be aware at all times of what's going on, when to snap, when not to snap, and things like that. And Quentin Nelson, I think, is going to be that guy for Chicago. Now, for San Francisco 49ers. And they just signed Richard Sherman. So they seem like they're focusing fully on that defense and making sure that defense is solid, is hard, is tough. They're knock-nosed, hard-nosed, and that they're getting a defense that's ready to fight every match, every game. And defense wins championships, like I said earlier. So Roquan Smith, linebacker out of Georgia, might be a very good pickup, sleeper pickup for the San Francisco 49ers. And now, the last pick of the day. After this, I might just go straight to my Ravens, you know what I'm saying? Raven squad out here, you know what I'm saying? Purple gang, fear the flock, you know what I'm saying? I might just go straight to that pick and let you know as my last pick. But number 10, Oakland. What do they need? What does Oakland need? They have a halfback, they have a quarterback, decent wide receivers. Obviously, they lost Crabtree in the offseason. And I think they have a pretty good defense as well. So for me, it's like, all right, if I'm the Oakland Raiders and I'm in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? And I'm in Vegas, where it's hot all the time, where people come in all the time from all over the world, I might need a tackle. Notre Dame has very good offensive linemen. And for Mike McKinley to go to Oakland, that'd be a perfect piece right there. Somebody to protect and have Derek Carr's blind side. I mean, honestly, Derek Carr is probably looking like, yo, get this man right now. Protect me. Because I got hurt last season, and I ain't having it no more. All three of y'all. For real. Like, he's probably going to be like, yo, get an offensive lineman. Get somebody to protect me so I can make plays and make things happen. And so I think Mike McKinley, at a tackle out of Notre Dame, is a perfect pick for the Raiders at number 10. And now, you know, we was going to end it like that, but I had to go back and end it for the squad. You know what I'm saying? Flock gang, purple gang, Ravens all day. Yeah. We got Michael Crabtree, you know, making some moves. We signed the backup in RG3. RG throws on my nizzle. And so I'm thinking the safety out of Florida State, man, Derwin James, just for the fact that we already have one really solid safety, how about get another one, a young one, so he could kind of learn the game. Now, we love guys that are hard-nosed, tough players, that have good instinct, that play with passion, that are versatile. And I can't think of another kind of like a defensive player in this first round that would fill that hole kind of like Derwin James does out of Florida State. So for our first pick, Ravens gang, I think we're going to get Derwin James, safety out of Florida State. Who is your favorite team or your sleeper team going into next season? I think my sleeper team might be the Browns. I think they have added a lot of pieces, made a lot of big moves, and they're looking like a team that's going to have a really good season. I'm excited for football to be back, man. I'm excited for it. Hopefully Madden gives us something to be excited about. I hope they do. But the NFL season, I don't think is going to disappoint. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this draft later today. And I would love to hear what you guys have to say. So make sure your thoughts and your reactions, put those down in the comment section. If you did enjoy it, thumbs up that joint, you know what I'm saying? Give it a like. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel already and you enjoy the content, subscribe to that joint. I'm not holding a gun to your head, man. Just if you want to. But other than that, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Enjoy the NFL draft. It should be a good one. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.
Look, I got $1 million schemes and $1 billion flows, $1 million schemes and $1 billion. I got $1 million schemes and $1 billion flows. I put my heart in this work, cause that's just all that I know. Look.